How's it going, everyone? Welcome to Blind MTG. My name is Ross, and today I'm going to be reviewing the Ultra Pro Satin Tower deck box. If you guys do like this video, click that like button, comment, hit that notification bell, you know the drill. Also, at the end of this video, I'm going to be giving details about a giveaway that we are doing. I'm going to be giving away a single, just one, Ultra Pro Satin Tower. I would like to give away more, but I am not rich. Details on how to enter that will be in the video at the end. Okay, so in my hands right here, I have an Ultra Pro 100 card Satin Tower deck box. The first thing I think of when I feel it is that it has a really nice feel. Ultra Pro calls it their satin feeling plastic, and honestly, I really do agree with them because it just has a very, very smooth feeling to it. But don't be deceived by it, because even though it feels smooth, if you guys can hear it, it is very, very sturdy plastic compared to even this. These deck boxes are, yeah, they're plastic, but you can tell that they're not nearly as smooth as the Satin Tower, because when I scrape my fingernails on this, I shouldn't be doing that probably, but it's very, very quiet compared to this. Another thing about it is that this plastic is pretty flimsy. However, while these only cost $5, these are only $10. You can find them at most LGSs. They're very, very cheap for what you get, to be honest. In addition to having their trademark satin plastic as well as really sturdy plastic, they say that they can hold 100 double-sleeved cards. Well, it gets even better. Not only do they hold 100 double-sleeved cards, but they hold 100 double-sleeved Braille cards. For those of you who don't know, I do Braille my cards because I am blind. But not only that, the Braille takes up a lot of room on the card, and as a result makes it a little bit thicker than the average double-sleeved card. So the fact that this holds 100 double-sleeved cards with Braille on them tells me that they probably hold more than 100 double-sleeved cards, which gives all of your cards, especially for your commander decks, a lot of room to breathe and not get damaged. Now I have the Satin Tower here, and I also have the Ultimate Guard Boulder. And the thing I want to stress again is this says it holds 100 double-sleeved cards, but this also says it holds 100 double-sleeved cards. Even though the Boulder has a smaller form factor than the Satin Tower, the Boulder cannot hold 100 double-sleeved Braille cards, which is the reason why I always prefer the Satin Tower over the Boulders. Not only do the Satin Towers hold over 100 double-sleeved cards, but they also have a dice container at the bottom to store your dice. The one disadvantage specifically for me is that the Satin Tower, while it does have a dice tray or a dice compartment, is not able to fit my dice because I have a Braille 3D printed D20 die. However, it's giant. It cannot fit in here. Kind of, almost, but that's hardly even a con about this deck box because most people aren't going to encounter that problem. It's just a problem that I have specifically. The final features that I really like about the Satin Tower is how it's very difficult to open. Like, you can't accidentally open a deck box like this. And so to prove this, we're going to do a drop test as well as a shake test. Alright, so thankfully the people downstairs, I'm in an apartment, I'm on the second floor. Thankfully the people downstairs just moved out because I feel like this would be really loud. Alright, here we go. So this is about, probably like, it's like, how tall am I? I'm 6 feet. This is like 3 feet up. I'm sorry, Dixie, but I had to do it. Got it. According to my detailed inspection from a blind person, it seems a-okay to me. Now, as you can see, after the drop test, the deck box is completely intact. No dents or anything whatsoever, at least none that I can find. I suppose that's not saying much considering I'm blind. But this thing is completely intact, did not open at all. Now we're gonna do a shake test. All right, so here we have it, and I've got 100 card double-sleeved commander deck in here. So first I'm just grabbing it, just by its side. Totally fine, you could hear it moving around. I'm gonna shake it side to side. Barely even a sound, they're nice and snug in there. Side to side this way, there's a little bit more room. I bet I could even hold it by the dice tray. I'm holding it by the dice tray and it's still not opening. Boom. This thing is on snug. And it doubles as kind of a card holder or a dice holder or a token holder during your games, which I use a lot because I can't stack my commander decks when they have Braille on them, so I cut them in half and put one into here and the other into here. These are easily the standard Commander deck boxes I use, and honestly what I feel are the standard for all deck boxes for 100 card Commander decks and even standard decks, to be honest. So just to recap before the video ends, pros of the Ultra Pro Satin Tower: smooth, hard plastic, very, very sturdy plastic, does not open easily, has a dice tray. You can hold 100 double-sleeved cards for your Commander deck or for a standard deck with sideboard. It can also hold 100 double-sleeved Braille cards, which is a huge plus for me. And last but not least, this deck box is only $10. Sometimes at LGSs you can find them for a little bit less or a little bit more, but my LGS sells them for $10 to $12 based on the color. But you can't go wrong with a price like that. There are many other premium deck boxes that cost at least $20. So these are something that you could pop your Commander deck into right away, or your standard deck, and rest assured knowing that it will be protected to its fullest. As for cons, I can only think of two. The first con would be is that maybe the tower is a little bit too tall. I would really love to see a deck box like this, except minus the dice tray. That's just a personal opinion of mine, but considering how small the Ultimate Guard boulders are, I would think that it would be a great idea for there to be a Satin Tower without the dice tray. Perhaps not even call it the Satin Tower, maybe something else, but have something similar to the boulder, except slightly longer so I can fit my Braille cards in there like I can with the Satin Tower. The second and last con I would mention, and I don't even experience this, but a lot of people mention it online, is that sometimes it's a little bit difficult to open the Satin Tower. And I personally found that if you wiggle it, it pops off perfectly fine. A lot of people try to kind of brute force and pull it off, and that it wedges, especially if you pull it from the side, because then you're pinching the two plastic pieces together. And you really want to take care of your deck boxes. I mean, you pay good money for these. So if you just wiggle it a little bit, boom, pops off perfectly fine. So I personally don't see this as too much of a con. In fact, I think of it as a security factor, but I would still throw that in there because I know people do sometimes experience that. Okay, so before we go, I'm gonna announce this giveaway. Not that I really haven't at the beginning of the video, but this video, or this giveaway, will be on Gleam, and I will post the link down in the description so you can go and create your account there. It's not that hard, but then from there you can do all sorts of things to increase your chances of winning a deck box like this by following me on Twitter, tweeting it out, sharing a link, all that kind of stuff you can do on Gleam. And so from there, this giveaway is going to be going for 7 days, so it will end on the 17th, I want to say, of February. Get your points in from there, and hopefully you win this, and thank you guys for supporting me. That's it for this video, and I will see you guys next time. And last but not least,